Alrighty, so now I'm gonna switch it up because I don't want us to get too emotional.
Oh.
So now I'm gonna read lessons learned from people who died.
Wow.
Alrighty.
How do we get lessons from?
Ooh, so they're lessons before they passed away. I found some articles online from two women named Dr. Malhotra and Dr. Blue Rock, and they wrote about the lessons they have learned from their patients who were on their deathbed. I put together a list of these lessons for you guys and wanted to read them on air. I'll also link those articles in the description of this episode if you guys sorry. If you guys want to read them too. See, I told you I was dying.
Fucking hairball.
All right. So the first one is live your own dream. I found that so many dying patients had unfulfilled dreams due to living their lives trying to please others or living according to what society taught. Many never allowed themselves to pursue their own passions or go after what they wanted in life. I cannot count how many times I have heard someone say that they wish they had more time to pursue the dreams that were in their heart. Sometimes we put off our dreams for the day when we have the time or have the money, or we give up on all of them together because we don't think others would approve. As Danielle Laporte said, do you remember who you were before the world told you who to be? I am here to remind you that regret is a heartbreaking emotion. Don't find yourself in the hospital regretting all the things you wish you could have done. Start now. Okay. This is, oh my God. I want to go out and just go to school back. Just kidding. I'm gonna go back to fucking school. Fuck this shit.
Fuck this.
Alrighty. So the second one is never forget how blessed you are. I will never forget the day one of my patients told me that she wished that she was me because I could leave the hospital and she could not. Those words will always be with me. While most of us lament over the happenings of our daily lives, we never stop to think about how a simple act such as walking outside is such a tremendous blessing. It is these small treasured moments that a child in the hospital looking out of the window is wishing for. Yet so many times we take this for granted. I once took a patient outside the hospital on her bed for the first time in almost a year. With her IV meds and oxygen tank connected to her, she felt fresh air for the first time in 300 days. I have never seen someone so incredibly grateful. She passed away 1 month later, but in the moment with tears streaming down her face, she thanked me for taking her outside. Oh, Lord.
Those are really touching.
300 days?
Can you imagine? Do you know the day that my aunt passed away, I was going up to the elevator to see her, to talk to her before she was going off to surgery. And as I was going up, I told the lady, because I knew my aunt was going into surgery, I was going to go eat somewhere. And I said, hey, was there any good places to eat around here? She's like, oh, I know all the places. I've been living here for 6 months. And her loved one was getting released that day. And, my aunt didn't make it. And so I was like, wow, so she was there 6 months.
Yeah.
And, and it's hard, but can you imagine her leaving for 6 months, living there with her loved one and being released to go? That just reminded me of the person leaving, even if they lived there for a year and they lived for a month outside,
that's all they want.
That's all they wanted is that fresh.
Telling you, it's the little things in life. Get off your fucking phone. I'm telling myself that. Get off your phone.
Well, honestly, I could tell you, I think if you would have known me before cancer, I don't think I was a very uptight person. I don't think you would have liked to me, but yeah, but it's different. but it is a lot different, and it's a blessing to be able to give that, to be given that opportunity. But those are just beautiful words that you're saying.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I have some more for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
There are a lot.
Okay, so this third one is called Don't Lose Focus of the Fact That Your Greatest Investment Will Be in People. People who are dying often have regrets about relationships with their family members. They wish they had better. They wish they had been kinder, more patient, more available, and more loving to the people that meant the most to them. Because, oh my God, I'm going to cry just reading this. Because the only things a person in the oh my god.
I would read it, but I can't see. I don't have my reading glasses. The beads, Eric. The beads.
All right. I'm gonna try to read this as much as I can. My makeup's gonna drip, so I don't give a fuck. It says, because the only things a person in the hospital brings with them is the love and support of their family and friends. They don't bring their big house, their expensive car, or even their fancy clothes. They realize that their greatest investment has been in people. It is these same people who will shower them with support, love, and good blessings that give strength during the tough time. Oh my God, I can't read this. And when they have crossed over to the other side, they live on in their hearts and souls of those who have left behind. The surest way to achieve immortality is to invest in people. I believe that.
Amen.
Look at me crying. I never cry. Jesus Christ.
Amen. Honestly, it's true. Everybody that is in my life because I want they want to be there and I want them there.
Yeah.
If I have reached out to anybody and they don't want to be there, that's okay.
Yeah.
My heart is so clean. It feels pure, honestly.
Yeah.
Not much of me is pure. But
Me either.
but honestly,
I just got emotional because at the end of the day, like I always, I have it. We all have issues and we have ups and downs with family, but at the end of the day, it's always family.
Always. Always.
Alrighty. So the fourth one is when you have a choice between time and money, pick time. We spend so much time stressing about our money. We make portfolios, we create spreadsheets, and we hire stockbrokers. We spend hours trying to figure out how we can get more and save. But what if we thought of our time in this way? Have you made a time portfolio? Have you figured out where and how you spend your time? If you were given a choice between time and money, which one would you pick? I urge you to think about this. Lives spent chasing after money at the expense of time with family and friends can feel empty and unfulfilling.
I've been there. I know what it is to feel like you're not going to live and to want to fight so bad for you and your family. So I do things because I want to spend time, because I've learned that, time is precious.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Time is just precious.
100%.
And though, it hurts me that you're going to be gone for 10 days. Wait
no, time.
But I love that you're going to spend it with your family and you spend that time with them.
I think this was a step to kind of humble myself out because I haven't been to Mexico since I was 15. And the only thing that's really keeping me like excited is just being with my grandma and hearing her voice and spending time with her and then, seeing my dad and, fixing all that. That's all I care about. I don't even want to go out and party and drink and do. No, I just want to go back to my roots and, really figure out who I am again.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm so excited about. Time, not money.
See, you didn't even have to lose a ball to figure that out.
And I heard number five, be a collector of moments, not a collector of things. For a person in the hospital, every moment is special. People deeply cherish the moments spent laughing together and even watching TV together. What if we started doing this before someone has to go to the hospital? Learn to be a collector of moments. Cherish the moments with your loved ones as if you were collecting them. Store them in a special place in your heart and always keep looking to add to your collection.
Beautiful. That's just beautiful.
Alrighty. The next one is take more risk. Oh my God. I always say this all the time. Fucking risk it. I learned from many of my dying patients that they wish they had not been so afraid to take risk. I played it safe for most of my life, but I found that being cautious was not worth the consequences of having a life of muted mediocrity. Anyone who has ever achieved anything great has taken risk. I've taken many risks that didn't pay off as planned, but I learned something significant each time that helped me grow. One of my biggest risks was leaving the comfortable and secure world of my 9-to-5 job and creating a business from scratch using skills that I didn't even know I had. It was one of the scariest times of my life, and I'd be lying if I said it was easy. But it provides me with the opportunity to leave my familiar comfort zone every day And that is where my growth lies. 1000%, 110%.
This podcast.
Oh, fuck
This
yeah.
podcast is 100% this. This is a leap of faith, not just for you, for Raul, who's, for you guys doing this together.
I never would have thought I would have done this.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And again, I'm making this about me. I wouldn't have been on here.
So welcome to the Celia Contreras podcast. Just kidding.
AKA next week without him.
Wow.
Just kidding. No.
No, yeah, it's. I always tell people just fucking do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing, but I've taken so many risks with Raul, and I think that's what makes us so strong is that we can fall back on each other.
I love that you guys have this. I love that you guys see this at such an early age.
Yeah.
You don't have to figure this out at fucking 45.
I know. Thank God. That's what everybody tells me. I'm like, I know, right?
Thank God you didn't have to lose a nut for it.
Yeah, seriously. Losing nuts. Alrighty. So number 7 says, don't take yourself and life so seriously. Many of my dying patients expressed wishing they had not taken themselves so seriously and had allowed themselves to enjoy life more. Life is way too short to take seriously. It's true that we only get one chance at this life, so why not have fun? At times when I started taking myself too seriously, I have to say, get over yourself already. This helps me to keep my problems in perspective. Laugh more.
Do we look like we take ourselves seriously? Because we don't. No. Honestly, what a blessing to know these. What a blessing for you guys to know this. To have this before, not to have to figure this out later in life.
But that's crazy because I think just life is just so, it's so beautiful. And even when we were doing me in the fucking drag costume for Halloween, and I'm going to post a photo soon for everybody to see. I always tell Raul, in order to build confidence, you have to do something new in your life. And for me, it's getting out of my comfort zone because for so long, I've always felt so ashamed of being feminine. And it's so crazy. I told Raul, I can do it around you guys. And it's just so normal to me.
I loved your heels. I just couldn't walk like you. But
I know. But yeah, it's just live your fucking life.